This is Akashwani. Continuing with Independence Month English Talk series, India at 76. Startups are something that are producing surprising results for India and contributing a great in strengthening India's economy. In the fourth episode of the series, today we are bringing to you this talk focusing on the developments made by India in the field of startups, and the talker is Sudip Sen.
Let's start the talk with a flashback. In 2007, a young entrepreneur and an avid reader named VVK Chandra from Mahbubnagar in Telangana used to travel all the way to Hyderabad, 90 kilometers away from his home, to buy books. In October, he came across a title, John Wood's memoir, Leaving Microsoft to Change the World, and started looking for it. But he could not find it anywhere in Hyderabad's bookstores. He was losing hope, and then he suddenly stumbled upon an online platform that promised to deliver the book to his doorstep. He placed an order, and guess what? He became Flipkart's very first customer, and that's where the magic began. Flipkart, founded by two IIT alumni and former Amazon employees, Sachin Bansal and Bini Bansal, became a game changer in e-commerce and revolutionized how India shops. Let's dive into the history of startups. The concept of entrepreneurship and small-scale businesses has been around for ages. Back during the early industrial revolution, small businesses and craftsmen acted as entrepreneurs, starting their ventures to meet the local demands for goods and services. But it was in the late 20th century that the modern concept of startups gained momentum with the rise of technology and globalization. The term startup first came into play in the 1970s. Silicon Valley in the US played a crucial role in this startup revolution, with tech pioneers like Apple, Microsoft, and Oracle, founded by visionaries like Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, and Larry Ellison, showcasing the potential of starting small tech-based companies and scaling them into multinational corporations. As time went by, the startup ecosystem evolved with the emergence of the social media, mobile technology, and cloud computing. The 21st century witnessed the rise of successful startups like Facebook, Google, Amazon, Uber, and now even OpenAI, which has disrupted the traditional business models and transformed industries and our lives. In India, the history of startups is relatively recent, but it has been a remarkable journey of growth and evolution over the past few decades. From a small landscape, India's startup ecosystem has become one of the world's most vibrant and dynamic in a few years. Early Indian startups like Infosys, Wipro, and TCS, founded by visionaries like Narayan Murthy, Mohammad Premji, and Jamshedji Tata, has become leaders in the information technology and outsourcing sectors, showcasing India's innovation potential. The late 1990s witnessed India's first wave of internet-based startups during the dot-com boom. Companies like Rediff.com, Indiabulls, and Shadi.com were among the pioneers. However, the dot-com bubble burst and many startups faced challenges. The mid-2000s saw a re-emergence of startups fueled by a young population, increasing internet penetration, and a supportive regulatory environment. Entrepreneurs ventured into various sectors like technology, e-commerce, education, healthcare, and finance. The 2010s were a game changer for the Indian startup ecosystem. Flipkart proved that Indian startups could shine on the global stage. Alongside Flipkart, Ola, Paytm, Zomato, and others emerged, attracting massive investments and showcasing the potential of the Indian market. Recent success stories like Cred, Meesho, and Nykaa further demonstrate the unstoppable spirit of Indian startups. The COVID-19 pandemic was a tough time for everyone, but Indian startups showed remarkable growth and resilience. EduTech platforms like Byju's, Whitehat Junior, Unacademy, Topper, and Vedantu experienced a massive surge in usage. Online pharmacies like MedLife, 1mg, PharmEasy made sure we got our medicines daily and safely. And our favorite online grocers, Big Basket and Grofers, doubled down on delivering essentials to our doorsteps. Today, India's startup landscape is booming. From fintech to health tech, edtech to agri-tech, startups are breaking barriers and creating innovative solutions to global challenges. A report published by Forbes India said in May 2022, the Indian startups ecosystem stood at the third position worldwide in terms of numbers of unicorns. As of March 2023, India was home to 108 unicorns with a total valuation of US dollars 341 billion. Of these unicorns, 44 were born in 2021 and 21 were born in 2022. A unicorn startup refers to a privately held startup company with a valuation exceeding US dollars 1 billion. This massive growth could not have been possible without the initiatives taken by the Indian government, which is actively working to create a strong startup ecosystem through various initiatives. One such effort is the establishment of the Startup India initiatives. Launched in January 2016, the initiative aims to empower startup ventures for fostering entrepreneurship, economic growth, and employment in India. The Government of India has also created a dedicated ministry or department, the Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, to support and promote new businesses. Under the initiative, eligible companies can get recognized as startups by the department, gaining access to tax benefits, easier compliance, fast tracking of intellectual property rights, and more. Currently, there are around 1 lakh department-recognized startups. Compared to the early 2000s, when there were just 8,000 registered startups, this is a huge growth. Bengaluru is considered the startup capital of India. It is also one of the leading cities for startups globally. Delhi NCR and Mumbai are also catching up very fast, proving India's potential as an innovation hub. But startups are not just restricted to the Indian metros. Almost half, or 49% of these, are based in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities across 669 districts. This tells us the significant impact that the government's initiatives has on the startup ecosystem. The central government has also introduced multiple startup schemes such as Atmanirbhar Bharat App Innovation Challenge, Samridh Scheme, Startup India Seed Fund Startup Leadership Program to empower startups with the necessary resources and opportunities to thrive in the competitive business environment. To know more about the Startup India initiative and the eligibility criteria, one can visit the website www.startupindia.gov.in. Startups have their own share of hurdles. Securing funding, navigating regulatory complexities, finding skilled talent, and protecting intellectual property can pose significant challenges. And many of them fail to prove to meet the challenges. Let's take Byju's for example. It skyrocketed in the edtech domain with impressive valuations and rapid growth. However, that growth proved to be too swift and premature. Now the celebrated unicorn is facing difficulties, including loss of reputation, employees and board member departures, and even concerns from auditors. It serves as a warning bell, shedding light on the potential risks and perils that startups may encounter on their journey. The journey of Indian startups is one of courage, determination, and innovation. With each success, they inspire a new generation of entrepreneurs to dream big and change the world. As we cheer for these startups, let's remember that they are the engines of progress, driving India into a future filled with limitless possibilities. At the end, let's talk about a unique startup. It's called Goodfellows. Founded by Shantanu Naidu and backed by Ratan Tata, Goodfellows is a companionship startup which aims to combat loneliness and enhance mental health experienced by India's rising number of senior citizens. The startup enlists the help of young individuals to provide day-to-day assistance and companionship to the elderly.
Indraprastha channel of Akashvani is bringing to you Independence Month series India at the rate 76. And today you heard about the developments in the field of startups by Sudip Sen. Next talk in the series will focus on developments in the field of sports. Do tune in next Tuesday, same time, same channel.